Are landlords using secret software to jack up your rent? Renters are fighting back for fair housing. Hey there, fellow renters. How are you all doing? Renters all across the country are feeling the squeeze of soaring rent prices, and it's about time we shed some light on the real story behind it all. Firstly, let's talk about the players in this game. On one side, you've got the everyday renters, hardworking folks like you and me, trying to make ends meet in an increasingly expensive housing market. On the other side, you've got the big corporate landlords, the giants of the real estate world, with their deep pockets and fancy software. These corporate landlords aren't just raising rents on a whim. Oh no, they've got some serious high-tech tools at their disposal, and they're using them to squeeze every last penny out of us renters. We're talking about some fancy real estate software here, folks. It's the kind that looks at market trends and suggests rent prices based on things like demand and other factors. But here's the kicker. These suggested rent prices aren't always fair or reasonable. Many renters are priced out of their homes, forced to choose between paying exorbitant rents or facing eviction. It's a tough spot, and renters are fed up. That's where the legal muscle comes in. Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General, Brian Schwab, isn't holding back. He's taken legal action against 14 landlords, accusing them of teaming up to jack up rent prices using this fancy software. But it's not just Washington, D.C. Renters nationwide are standing up and speaking out against these unfair practices. Take Kevin Weller from Jersey City, for example. He shared how his landlord blamed the software, saying, "It's like they're letting a computer run the show, and we're paying the price." It's a sentiment shared by many renters who feel like they're being taken advantage of by big corporations. And let's remember the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the height of the crisis, some landlords offered temporary relief to struggling renters. But now, as the economy rebounds, many of these same landlords are back to business as usual, hiking up rents with no regard for the financial strain it puts on their tenants. But here's the good news. Renters aren't taking this lying down. From grassroots organizing to legal action, renters make their voices heard loud and clear. And we're not alone. The Department of Justice is stepping in, backing up these lawsuits and sending a clear message to corporate landlords that these unfair practices won't be tolerated. Now let's talk about the real estate software at the center of it all, RealPage. This company provides software that analyzes market data and suggests rent prices nationwide for millions of rental units. But here's the problem. Renters say these suggested prices aren't always based on what's fair or reasonable. Instead, they're driven by profit margins and corporate greed. But RealPage isn't backing down. They argue that their software provides recommendations based on market data, and it's up to landlords to decide whether or not to follow them. But renters aren't buying it. They say that landlords are essentially handcuffed to these recommendations, leaving them with no choice but to raise rents to stay competitive in the market. And let's not overlook the complicated network of private equity firms, real estate software companies, and big landlords. From Thoma Bravo's $10.2 billion acquisition of RealPage to the cozy relationships between software companies and big landlords, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Renters demand fairness, transparency, and affordable housing. We're not just in this for ourselves. We're standing up for our communities, our neighbors, and the renters of tomorrow. Together, we have the power to make a real difference. Remember to leave a comment like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.